everyone, and welcome back to the GameCola RPG Cast. If you haven't already checked out Part 1 of Nintendo Adventure Books, featuring the Super Mario Bros. In Double Trouble, Pringles Special Edition, go back to page 1 and start over. For everyone else, welcome back. I hope we don't die again, and enjoy. To recap, we are reloading a prior save point to the point where we chose to either take the shortcut or take the main road. And we're going to take the shortcut this time. We still have an anchor, a magnifying lens, and I believe 21 coins.
Okay, got it.
Well, I'm distracted looking at Nancy Drew's stuff, so...
Michael.
Until somebody... $50 for Nancy Drew? Choose your own adventure? As if.
Okay. So, we're all reloaded? We're all ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Made a different decision? We're on page 9, chapter 5, and here we go. Mario decides to risk the shortcut. Like, this is definitely going to be a better path, right? Like, this definitely isn't just going to get us killed immediately.
Yeah.
And climbs down into the ravine. Zing! Something whizzes over his left shoulder. A blazing chain of fireballs with a small alligator-like head rockets past him. The air around the plumber instantly gets a few degrees warmer.
Fire snakes!
Mario shouts. He drops to the ground, just in time to avoid being scorched by a sizzling monster. He pops his head up and risks a second look around.
If I can only make it to that bush over there, I'll be safe,
he tells himself. A fire snake zooms over Mario's head and lights up the sky as it makes a sharp U-turn. Along the way...
I'm sorry, wait a minit. You'll be safe from the fire snakes in the flammable, dry desert bush.
Duh.
Oh gosh, look at the next sentence. I didn't even read this.
Along the way, it brushes against the bush, which immediately bursts into flames.
What?
Good job, Mario.
On second thought, maybe I'll reach that cluster of rocks up ahead,
says Mario as he dodges the flying flamethrowers. Solve this puzzle to find out what happens next. Diana.
Alright, counting. That one has 10. Okay. Is there a last one?
So should I... Am I officially in charge of the puzzles?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm putting you, Nathaniel. You're puzzle reader.
Okay. So we're looking at yet another string of pushing out. Mario's got a couple different paths that he can take, all of which have fireballs all over the place, and and then the rocks at the very end on the other side. And it says Mario would like to avoid as many fire snakes as possible, if it's not too inconvenient. Draw a path from the plumber to the rocks, then add up the number of fire snakes he passes along the way. This is the part where I think we're already dead. If Mario has the super mushroom, he has extra power to hop over the blazing monsters, so you can subtract 3 from your total score. So I guess we're going for the lowest number possible.
Notice that the first option takes us to page 55, which is again the impossible page.
Oh no.
I got 9.
9?
No. Wait. 6 to 10.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So I'm guessing the super mushroom just basically ensures that you get the...
It's mostly 9 and 10. I think there's like one with 12, one with 11, and then 9 and 10, if I counted right. I may have said that wrong. But I took the third one, which I think is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
You nailed it, Diana. Good job.
Sweet.
All right, so
Good thing I'm here.
Turn to page 97.
Oh, good. Another puzzle.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, that means it's going to be yours this turn.
Yay!
Okay.
Get ready.
Why don't they have a Mario puzzle series? Professor Layton needs to be replaced now that they're not making any more games for him.
Hey, now.
You're an all-star.
Yes, thank you.
Get your game on, guys.
Okay.
Mario dives between 2 fire snakes, rolls across a patch of sand, and then leaps over a third fiery beast. Several more whiz after him. He ducks just in time.
Eat my dust, you crispy critters!
He shouts. Before any more fire snakes can reach him, he throws himself behind the cluster of rocks at the far side of the ravine. Mario leans against a rock for a few minutes until he catches his breath.
Whew!
He gasps.
That was hotter than Luigi's top secret spaghetti sauce.
In my shoes.
Mario scouts along the ravine until at last he can see the walls of Fort Koopa. He jumps onto a stone and surveys the situation.
All I have to do is scale the fortress walls,
he says.
No prob.
Suddenly, something horrible flies directly at his head. It's a large black ball and chain with fangs.
Bark, bark!
Chain chomp!
Mario yells, Diana jumping the gun a little there.
Bark, bark! Come on, everyone knows what that means. I got excited. Bark, bark! There's no lines!
There's no time to duck. The thing's steel jaws close with a snap only 2 inches from Mario's nose.
Chomp.
Lucky for him, the monster is at the end of its leash. The heavy chain is bolted to a block set into the desert floor.
I'm really having a ball now,
mutters Mario. He wipes his forehead and wonders what to do next. Should he try to dash past the chain chomp and scale the fortress walls? Or should he head back to the road?
So this puzzle's a little more complicated. So you've got a picture of Mario jumping like he's
looking at.
I've been staring at this like this entire. You're reading this entire thing. I still haven't figured out. I think I've got it, but Nathaniel, explain and give me some more time.
So you've got a picture of Mario who's looking like he's just been stuck in the butt by a pin, jumping up like that, and then this big snaky chain chomp with letters in each of its chain links, and then below that you've got a series of 6 bricks. Like, the brick blocks that you can break in the Mario games, except there's little black holes where some of the bricks have fallen out, and there's this little wiggly description box at the bottom that has a key for what your secret code is, to do on each of those blocks. So up at the top it says, the blocks of bricks underneath the chain chomp follow a pattern. Study them carefully. Here's a hint. Get somebody else to do this because this doesn't look like fun. To find the truth, skip ahead and then step back. Look at the 4 blocks below below the drawing, and try to guess which one should go next in the series. Follow the directions after your choice to cross out some of the links in the chain chomp's chain. The letters in the remaining links will tell you what Mario should do next.
All right, I think it's the bottom one because that's the one that gives you actual
words.
Wait, no,
it doesn't. I already tried it.
So we can either cross out the A's, E's, and N's, or cross out the G's and K's, or cross out the A, L's, and T's, or cross out the E's and I's.
Because, if you take out the A's, then you get...
Then it goes straight to...
Oh, right, no. No, because it crosses the T out. Sorry, I'm looking at the third one. So it would be Kel...
I would say get out the G's and K's, because take sounds like a hint, take the blank path or whatever.
Well, yeah, but then you're missing...
But if you cross out the K...
because if you get rid of the K, it's Tael.
If it helps, someone tried to solve it in my book here, and here's the message they got. Takltspolkabertiger.
I'm going to say that's not it.
All right, well, I have a thought that might help us to make our decision. If we do the second option, turn to page 81, that takes us the same way as if we had skipped the shortcut. It's the same path.
Oh, I just figured this out. So we're looking at the blocks.
It's keep going.
Okay.
Or I didn't figure it out.
Yeah, if you cross out ALT.
It's the A's, L's, and T's.
Oh, keep going. Okay.
But if you're looking at the blocks, so you start off with 1 block, and then the next one in the sequence has 2 more added, then the next one has 1 fewer, and so it's add 2 for the next block, then take away 1 for the next block, then add 2, then take away 1. So the last one, the next one in sequence should be 1 block fewer than what we have on the last block, which should be, I think, cross out A's, L's, and T's, right?
Yeah, and that says keep going.
Okay.
Okay, so let's keep going.
Turn to page 40.
Oh, God.
If the book is lying to us on this.
I know.
Mario decides to go for it. The chain chomp is the only thing between him and the fortress walls. He can't give up now. Mario decides to play a dangerous game with the snapping monster. If he can make it mad enough, maybe it will get careless and Mario will get through. The plumber waves his arms at the chain chomp.
Hey, Baldy!
He yells.
Bark, bark.
Clack! The chain chomp snaps at Mario. Its jagged teeth miss him by almost a foot. It lunges again. Mario flattens himself against the ground, and the chain chomp whizzes by. Now it's really mad. When it rears and growls,
Grr.
Mario ducks under its nose and races for the wall.
And away we go.
He yells as the chain chomp swings in for one last bite. Solve this puzzle! To find out what happens next. Nathaniel, take it away.
Oh boy, Z-Saber, you want to describe this one? I've been doing a lot of talking lately.
Okay, the text says, which route should Mario take to reach the top of the wall safely? Look carefully at the length of each chain chomp's chain. So you've got a map with the fortress at the top and Mario at the bottom, and there are a whole bunch of chain chomps strewn all over, and then some wavy black lines
that lead paths through the chomp chomps, and that's it. I don't really understand this puzzle.
I think the puzzle is that on the right-hand side, there's like this chain chomp that doubles over itself in the middle on the right.
Yeah. And then there's the other really long one at the top.
It stretches out all the way. It can bite Mario when Mario's on the path because it's long enough to cross over that wavy black line.
Yeah.
So B is the wrong option. Now,
Yeah.
if you look at the ones on the left near A, all of those chain chomps, their chains are too short. They won't be able to reach Mario when he's on the path.
Yeah.
Okay. Path A?
I'm just
I'm
gonna
going for
just
A.
create a little save file here.
That's perhaps not the worst idea. I will say that in the book, someone circled Route B in pencil for whatever that's worth.
Oh no.
So let's see what happens. Snap! The chain chomp sinks its teeth into the tip of Mario's shoe. It rips away a small piece of leather, but Mario reaches at the top of the wall and climbs to safety.
Yay! Sorry.
I mean, bark.
bark. Bark, bark.
Bark, bark.
Did I seriously? Oh, wait, here we go. Never mind. I was going to say, did I give you a character with no lines, but...
Just say, okay, apparently I just made my own lines the entire
Yeah.
time. But that's fine. Hold on, I gotta get ready for this one. Just
Yeah,
keep going.
get settled. He mops his forehead. Then he sits down and pulls off his shredded shoe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody's still here.
Says Mario, counting the toes on his bare foot.
Like so he has to count them all in order to tell that he's
Oh,
on. Can't tell from a glance.
Had to count them. Aww.
Growls the chain chomp
It's a sad growl. It didn't get to eat Mario.
as it settles down to munch on the tasty piece of shoe leather, and thankfully not toes. I guess that would be rather gruesome. Mario walks along the top of the wall until he reaches the front of the fortress. Oh man, we're getting somewhere.
Ah!
On his way, he reaches up and knocks down a fistful of coins from an overhead ledge. Then he leaps onto a catwalk and crawls past the guard tower and into an open window.
This must be Fort Koopa, all right.
Mario says.
The windows are filthy.
He walks slowly down the hall, peering into room after room, but he finds nothing. Other than the occasional pitter-patter of cockroach feet, the entire wing of the building is silent. The rooms contain only enormous piles of dust.
I just like to think of like actual dust pile.
Ugh.
I guess no one's home.
Mario says to himself as he rounds the next corner. Then he freezes in his tracks. He's standing in the throne room of King Bowser Koopa. The walls are covered with several hundred portraits
Wow.
of the evil Turtle King. It's easy for Mario to tell that they're pictures of Bowser because the real Bowser is standing there in person.
Who we'd
How you
never
doing?
apparently met.
Mario has no time to back out of the room. Two massive green arms stretch out menacingly above his head. Bowser's mouth widens into a snaggle-toothed grin.
Uh-oh.
Whispers Mario. Mario collects 12 coins,
Hooray!
which puts us
I
up
think-
to 33.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I was gonna say 33.
Thank you. Turn to page 12. Bowser steps forward, blocking the doorway.
I've been waiting for your brother.
He
I'm
snarls.
sorry. I was going for the Super Mario Brothers Super Show voice, but I don't think I could do that voice. I was really trying to avoid the dopey Super Mario Sunshine voice, but it may need to go in that direction. Did I snarl?
He snarls.
I heard Luigi was catching
Roar! I heard Luigi was captured, and I was looking forward to chewing him into little pieces. He never showed up, but you'll do just fine.
Why are you all so good at voices?
Are we?
You are.
I'm glad you
Bark,
think
bark.
so. That just sounds terrible in my head.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, not you, but me. You know, I feel the same way about me. Not that I'm saying that about you.
You guys are awesome at this. The giant turtle moves closer to Mario,
Any last requests?
Just one, your slimeness.
says Mario bravely.
I want to know where all these twins are coming from.
Bowser cackles, breathing out a cloud of greenish smoke.
It's all happening right here in this fortress.
He crows.
My kid, Iggy, the brainy one, put together a machine that makes instant copies of anything it sees. That includes turtles, mushrooms, chickens, kings, and even nosy plumbers. Anything the machine creates is under Koopa control.
Bowser continues, gloating. He paces back and forth.
The way I see it, I'll be running most of the people in the Mushroom Kingdom by next Tuesday.
Mario inches toward the door. Suddenly, Bowser notices what Mario is doing. He scrambles to block the way.
As I was saying,
He growls.
on Tuesday I'll call a vote and have myself elected Grand Imperial Boss. Then you'll see some changes. I'll get rid of that crummy king and his fungus friends.
He blurts out a sour green laugh.
Blah.
Ew.
I may keep copies of you and Luigi around, though, just for laughs.
Mario looks around the room for another way out, but with no luck.
Interesting. So where do you keep this machine?
He asks.
I'm not telling you.
Shouts Bowser.
Besides, it wouldn't help you. Your time is up. I'm going to lock you in a room with 64 red Koopa Troopas. Ha ha ha!
I smell a puzzle.
Hang on, I'm on it.
Are you sure you're not going to have to bark?
Bark, bark.
Yeah.
It says bark, bark.
Bowser reaches out a scaly fist to grab Mario. The agile plumber jumps back. Bowser swings a second time, but Mario dodges again. Then Bowser charges. Mario leaps over the Turtle King's head and races out the door.
I'll get you, plumber!
Bowser yells, lumbering after him. Mario dashes down the hall, searching frantically for clues.
That machine is here somewhere.
He pants.
But where?
Ahead of him, a huge marble staircase sweeps up to the second floor of Fort Koopa. A sign on the wall seems to have directions on it, but it's written in Koopanese!
Swell.
Mario mutters.
I left my Koopanese dictionary at home.
His only other choice is to head for the end of the hall. The squishing sound of Bowser's feet grows louder behind him. Bowser is gaining! Which way should Mario go?
I'd like to point out, just an observation here, that there is an overabundance of foot references in this part of the story. I feel like every other line, it's like, oh, your feet.
Feet. Yeah, his shoe got bit off.
The hot sand, the shoes, and the cockroach feet, and it's just sort of growing and growing.
Even Princess Peach's heels clicking on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, I solved the puzzle. Hooray.
I solved it first.
All right. So, what do we see here, Nathaniel?
Well, I'll tell you. Decode this Koopanese message to see which way Mario should go. Mario doesn't have a clue, but you do. Use the chart below to learn the letters of the Koopabet. And you'll be turning Koopanese. You will be turning Koopanese. I really think so. So you're looking at this picture of Mario with this exclamation kind of a look on the back of his head, seeing the staircase going up to a doorway, another big arch. And along the top of the picture, you've got a couple of famous icons from the Mario series, like the warp whistle and a mushroom
Like the
and
anchor.
vegetables from Mario 2, that kind of thing. Koopa shell. And then on the left side, you've got a key where the letter S is the bomb, and G equals anchor, and A equals Koopa shell, and just a code, and so you're supposed to be decoding these happy symbols.
So I believe we had a couple people who figured this one out.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Do
you
not
wanna
go
see it?
upstairs.
Yeah, do not go upstairs. But does that mean we should actually not
Let's go upstairs. Oh.
Is it like reverse psychology?
Oh, I don't know. We've gotten this far. I feel like we should make the correct decision here.
I know. But like, is it saying don't go upstairs because the machine's up there, or don't go upstairs because the machine's not up there?
Also, can I just say that this is the same exact Mario image that they used back in the Fire Snake puzzle?
Oh no, which one? Okay, what do we do?
We don't go upstairs.
We don't go upstairs.
Don't go upstairs?
Oh, no,
Go down the hall to look for
puzzle.
the machine.
Go down the hall and look for the machine? Is that what we want to do?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone turn to page 61.
This is so long.
Mario decides that the long, dingy hallway is the way to go. He races down to the end and darts around a corner.
I need someone who will lead me to that machine,
he says to himself. Just then, Iggy Koopa waddles past. Bowser's homely, purple-haired son doesn't notice Mario and continues on his way.
Why is he homely?
That's what I call service,
murmurs Mario. He falls into step behind Iggy. They wind through the filthy halls of Fort Koopa, past battle trophies, statues, paintings of ancient Koopa rulers, and bags of garbage that no one has bothered to throw out for centuries. The stench is incredible. But gradually, Mario begins to relax. Clearly, Iggy has no idea that he's being followed. They plod onward, past Bowser's prized rotten vegetable collection. When Iggy turns the next corner, Mario bumps into a statue of Genghis Koopa. It wobbles for a few moments that seem like hours. Mario holds his breath. Will it fall? Won't it? It falls.
I will conquer your floor.
With a crash, it hits the floor and shatters into 1,000 pieces.
Eep!
Iggy cries as he whirls and spots Mario.
Eep!
Squeaks a mouse
Yeah!
that used to live inside the statue.
What?
The mouse scurries down the hall and out of sight. You guys thought I made it up that a mouse was one of the characters.
Squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak.
Perfect.
I was very thorough in my casting. Never one to face a fair fight, Iggy dashes through a doorway by a sign that says, "Basement. In case of flood, do not enter."
Not so fast, Ig.
Mario calls. He races after Iggy down a flight of dimly lit stairs. Solve this puzzle to find out where Mario is headed.
So the picture we have this time is not a maze for a change. It's a snaking staircase that Mario's running down, and it looks like he's doing that fireball throwing animation from one of the instruction manuals, kind of, slipping down the stairs or something. And he's got letters on each of the steps, and the instructions say, Mario steps on the first step, the one with a Q on it. Cross it out. Decide if Mario should touch every other step, every third step, or every fourth step. Cross out the letters on the steps that Mario touches. If you got the pattern right, a message will appear. The leftover letters spell where Mario is going. And I wish it says down the stairs.
Hang on, I'm getting it. And I gotta make sure I'm right. Yeah, I got it.
All right, what's it say?
The Hall of Mirrors.
Whoa.
I think you get that by every third step, I believe.
Also, do we really need to do that when, there's no options?
Yeah.
Nope, we didn't need to do it at all. I did it anyway.
Everyone turn to page 47, please.
Okay. This is really long.
Right? How are we not finished this yet? I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine.
I hope nobody had any plans this evening, because we're going to be doing this all night, apparently.
Yeah.
Mario rushes headlong down one, then another flight of stairs. He hears Iggy squishing ahead of him the whole way down. But when he finally reaches the bottom, Iggy is nowhere in sight. The place is silent. Then, out of the corner of his eye, Mario sees someone move.
Aha!
He shouts as he spins around. But instead of Iggy, Mario finds himself face to face with a handsome plumber in red overalls. His first thought is,
this doubles thing has gone too far.
Then suddenly, he realizes he's looking at his reflection in a mirror.
Gee,
he says,
I need a shave.
As he looks away from the familiar figure, he spots a glass door next to the mirror. Through it, he can see a long glass hall lined with rows and rows of mirrors. He opens the door and enters. Behind him, the door swings shut, with an ominous click. Mario shrugs.
Oh well, I wasn't planning to turn back anyway.
He says. He walks down the hall into the maze of mirrors. Page
I will
108.
add that there is an illustration for this page, which is Mario puffing up his chest and frowning and furrowing his brow, sticking his nose up to the sky. Kind of looks like he's refusing Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
Mario walks on, glancing left and right at his reflection. Distracted by the presence of so many good-looking plumbers, he slams face first into a wall of glass.
Ouch!
He mutters, rubbing his nose.
I wish Luigi were here. Then I could make him lead the way.
Wow.
Is Luigi even in this?
Maybe at some point.
Well, we didn't save him.
Yeah.
But even none of these pages, that nothing we've seen has indicated that Luigi could even have, we've read
Well,
this entire book.
Okay, but it's possible that there's an entire path where there's nothing but Mario and Luigi together.
There cannot be that many pages we haven't seen.
Well, hold on. I'm just gonna really quickly say Luigi's. No, I tried searching for Luigi Says. Didn't come across anything.
Wow. To be Luigi, it has to have some line.
Wait.
Paul would-
Okay, actually, no. When I type in Luigi, there's a whole section where Luigi is saying things. I'm not gonna say what he said, but he does exist.
Maybe we'll get there.
That's where Luigi says thank you and then drops out of the story.
Yeah.
The end. Thanks for saving me. The end. But no, I do like the plot, or the plan here to just make Luigi run into everything.
Yeah.
Then again, for putting spicy spaghetti sauce in his shoes, call it even.
The mirrored path bends to the left. Winking at the plumber on his right, he turns left and walks ahead for a few feet. Again, he runs headlong into a clear glass wall.
Whoever cleans this glass can do my shop windows anytime,
He says to himself. Using his head as a compass, Mario moves through the maze for what seems like hours. But all he gets for his trouble is a colossal headache. At last, he comes to a branch in the maze with 2 ways to go. Oh, God.
Why didn't he just put his hands out?
I'm kind of picturing the scene from Secret of Monkey Island where Guybrush is walking through the labyrinth with the little voodoo head that's spinning around in circles. That's what I'm picturing Mario doing with his own head.
Ah.
The problem is, he isn't sure he hasn't been this way before.
All right,
He says.
I've had enough. There must be some way out of this place.
If we have the hammer, we don't
we
have the
don't.
hammer.
We don't.
Oh, I
Okay.
have a terrible feeling about how this is not going to end.
I know.
Z-Saber, I want you to say which way we should go.
I'm going to go 1776 on this one and right, ever to the right, never to the left, ever to the right. So page 60, chapter 30.
All right, let's do it.
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
I guess I'll go right.
Mario decides. He bounds into the right-hand fork.
Now we're getting someplace.
He says, heading down a new mirrored corridor. Wham! He walks into another glass wall and falls down. Oh, God, is he going to get amnesia again? Go back to page 1. For a few minutes, he sits there, stunned. Then he picks himself up and looks around. He has a choice to make once again, left or right.
Wait, which way did we just come from?
Okay, it's time to get serious.
Mario says, reaching into his back pocket. He takes out his lucky penny and tosses it into the air.
Heads I go left, tails I go right. It's simple. When in doubt, let Abe Lincoln figure it out. I do also like that they can't even assume that a child would have a quarter. It's a penny.
I have a penny.
Okay, flip it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, wait. Fair warning. Tails sends us right back to where we just were.
So it lands on heads!
Good thing I got heads.
Oh, that's very convenient.
Are we just supposed to flip coins until we accidentally wander out of the maze?
Here goes nothing.
Mario mutters as he turns left and walks past several rows of mirrors. Then he goes right for a few feet. Then he turns back and goes left again. Finally, he stops and shakes his head, feeling very confused.
Help!
He wails.
I'm lost.
He takes off his cap and scratches. Is this really what we're doing?
Oh gosh.
He paces around in circles for a few minutes. Then he walks on to the next dividing point and takes out the coin again.
Let's see. This time I'll go right if it's heads and left if it's tails.
So what was it?
Tails.
All right, page 16.
I should also point out
Progress!
Mario should still have an anchor in his pants, and that's just as good as any hammer for breaking mirrors.
I mean, we technically did use the hammer, and then we got amnesia, so we still used it. We just forgot that we used it.
No. We used the anchor, but we could still totally be lugging it around.
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay.
Left.
Mario says. He turns left and walks into another glass wall.
Ow.
He grumbles and rubs his bruised nose. Then he defeats Bowser and we win! Yay!
Yay! We did it, Bart.
He feels his way along until he reaches another turning point.
You've got to be kidding.
He groans.
I think this is where I came in.
Suddenly he hears something. The sound of machinery hums in the background, but Mario can't tell where the sound is coming from. However, there are only two paths.
Hey,
Says Mario.
I bet one of these paths will lead me right to Iggy Koopa.
Solve this puzzle to decide where Mario should go next.
I'm volunteering Michael to describe this one.
Okay, but it's go left.
But if you go right, you go right back to the beginning.
Yeah, why
again.
just because page 60 takes us to where we already were?
No, it actually says, I actually solved it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is a oh god, what is this?
It's Mario holding a mushroom, and you have a whole bunch of other Marios that have different things different about them. Like, one's not holding a mushroom, one looks really creepy without his mustache, another one's not.
One looks even creepier without his foot.
One's missing an arm. Yeah.
Oh.
And another one missing his arm.
Oh, this is horrible. Oh.
Okay, and basically, you have to match the ones that look like the Mario in the top box, surrounded by pipes, in order to get the letters that says go left, so we're going left, which is page 40.
Yay!
And if we just want to read the thing, it says, solve this puzzle to help decide where Mario should go next. Study the picture of Mario, then study all of his reflections. Oh, because he's in the
Yeah.
mirrors. If you look carefully, you'll notice that some of them are slightly different, like they creepily don't have a mustache that looks
It
so
really does.
weird. Cross out all the ones that don't match the Mario picture to the top. The letters underneath drawings spell out a message that tells you what Mario should do next. Go left.
Okay, turn to page whatever.
Let's try this way.
Mario turns left, going down a series of mirrored halls. The machine noises grow louder. At last, he turns a corner and steps into a plain cement hall.
I'm free!
He cries.
But I'll miss those guys in the mirror. They were all so good looking.
But progressively less
And
good looking as he
deformed. Yeah,
continued
yeah.
to bang up his nose more.
Again, why didn't he just put his hands out?
I like the idea of just using the anchor to smash through everything.
I'm telling you, we don't have it. Mario did not grab the anchor.
We
after
have
the
the
whole
damn
shipping.
anchor.
Did it say that Mario picked it up?
I say he picked it up. I also
Did
say he
the
picked
book
up the
say?
mushroom and the hammer.
Also, he's got functional legs and should have just been able to kick the mirrors apart.
Yeah,
That's, yeah, okay. Mario marches down the hall and pushes open a set of green doors. He steps into a weird laboratory. On the walls are huge spools of wire. Light bulbs of every color and size flash on control panels. The floor is strewn with test tubes, gears, and, of course, bags of old garbage. Of course. Facing Mario is Iggy Koopa, says Iggy.
I didn't think you'd get through my maze, but since you're here, I'd like you to meet my new creation.
He presses a button on a remote control device, and a giant machine rolls into the room. Turn to page 36.
My goodness. Wow.
Oh boy, okay.
This is my giant likeness outputting machine.
Iggy says. He giggles.
I call it GLOM for short. It took months to build, but all the work was worth it. GLOM will finish you off and then get back to business taking over the Mushroom Kingdom.
So this is like the thing, right? We have to be near the end. This is the
Yeah,
thing.
come on, we have
This is
to.
the thing. As Iggy twitters on, Mario has time to examine the machine. Glom is truly frightening to look at, even for Mario, who has seen some pretty scary things inside drain pipes.
And
More
done
than-
nothing about them, judging from his apartment.
More than 10 feet tall, Glom is covered with giant electronic eyeballs and hundreds of tiny television sets, each displaying a different 1960s monster movie.
What do you think?
It crawls across the floor in a combination of wheels, feet, and tank treads that leave a slime trail behind them. Glom stops for a moment and spits a pair of Koopa Troopas out of a funnel at its top. Then it rolls next to Iggy and comes to a halt.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Asks the Turtle Prince. He gestures to a bank of TV screens on one of the walls.
I've hidden cameras all over the Mushroom Kingdom and beyond.
He explains.
With the information they send back, Glom can scoop up sand from our yard and make it into a perfect double of anyone. That's how I copied the king. I would have gotten the Princess Toad and Rooster too if that finicky fungus hadn't ruined my plan by watering one of my cameras.
On one of the flickering screens, Mario sees Luigi bouncing cheerfully around their shop at home, tinkering with a sopped-up sink.
Oh, look. Luigi.
Iggy notices Luigi, too.
Hey!
The turtle shouts, stamping his lumpy green foot.
Lumpy?
I put a double in your brother's place, but it can't be that guy. He's singing. Doubles don't sing. That's the real thing. Something went wrong.
Mario laughs.
It looks like Luigi clobbered your clone.
Good job, Luigi.
Well,
So wait, was it the clone that was tied to the mast before?
I think so. I think that's their
I don't
explanation.
know
So they can
anymore.
just get rid of Luigi really quickly because it's not actually Luigi.
Why didn't they want Luigi in this book? He's on the cover.
There's two of them on the cover.
Because saving Luigi would offer up too many different story paths.
Yeah.
Well, I've still got you. Glom, get the plumber.
Iggy shouts, pointing at Mario. The machine slowly grinds toward Mario. Suddenly, it reaches out one of its mechanical arms and tries to grab him. But Mario is too quick to be caught that way. He ducks as the metal claw swings over his head. He dashes behind Glom and waits for it to turn around. The machine turns. Mario edges backward, trying to buy time and avoid sure destruction. He is so distracted by the machine that he loses track of Iggy. The sneaky turtle sticks out his foot and trips Mario. Another feet reference. No, I can't help but notice that. That's great. Our hero stumbles into a corner and falls down, hitting his head yet again. Glom closes in.
Crush him!
Iggy yells. Mario scrambles to his feet, but he's trapped.
I guess this is it.
He mutters. He looks around the lab. To his left is Iggy, rubbing his wart-covered hands and cackling with glee. To his right, Mario can see the green doors that lead back into the maze of mirrors. Straight ahead, Glom crawls steadily toward him. Now it's puzzle time.
You might have to do this one today because I can't do it on my computer either. You have to draw straight lines.
Z-Saber, you want to describe this one? My throat's still a little rough in the Bowser voice.
Okay, this says draw a straight line from Iggy to Glom, draw a straight line from Iggy to the exit, draw a straight line from the exit to Glom, draw a straight line from Mario to the exit. Study the picture. The leftover letters spell out some advice for Mario. So you have a grid with letters in it, and in each corner you have Mario, Glom, Iggy, and the exit respectively. And so you have to draw lines between them, and whatever letters are left over spell out a clue.
Also, we have a picture of Glom. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not nearly as scary as they made it sound.
Yeah.
It says...
I will throw this out there. The person who had this book previously did solve this puzzle already, if we want to expedite it.
It
Yeah, it
says
says
do not attack Iggy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess either of the other ones?
Yeah.
We should attack Iggy.
All right, attack Iggy.
92.
No!
92.
Wait, hold on. Page 6. Is that...
Actually,
Yeah.
no. I just read ahead. Don't attack Iggy, because then we get landed back in the mirror maze.
Oh god. No. Please no.
Okay. I'm good for either one. It just... I thought page 6 was like, we're back at the pipe again. Start over. Let's choose one, either one. Glom or run away.
I'm not just looking ahead. What are you talking about?
Guy.
Wait, does everything lead back to the mirrors? What's going on?
No, it doesn't. I don't believe it.
It looks like attacking Glom also leads back to the mirrors.
I think everything eventually leads back to the mirrors.
No, Mario should run away. Obviously, Mario should run away.
No, that does too.
No, it doesn't. I
Oh,
don't
no,
believe
because
it.
it specifically said that the eggs...
Oh,
it
you're
said
right,
that
it
the
doesn't.
exit...
Okay, you're right.
Wait, but didn't it say that the exit was to the mirrors?
No, take the exit. Take the exit.
Let's run away.
Run away.
Let's run away. We definitely didn't just look that up. It's cool.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
All right, so we're running away. Go to page 22. Mario slips between Iggy and Glom and runs to the other side of the room. He grabs test tubes, books, chairs, anything he can find, and hurls them at the slowly advancing machine. None of it does any damage. Glom backs Mario up against the green double doors that lead him back to the Hall of Mirrors.
Give it up, Mario. You're finished,
calls Iggy Koopa. Desperately, Mario dives through the doors and tries to hold them shut.
Can't hold them much longer.
He grunts as Glom slowly forces the doors open. Then, a smile forms on Mario's lips. He lets go of the doors and stands to one side.
This is the stupidest. I'm sorry. We're open. Please come in.
He calls as Glom pushes its way into the corridor. The giant machine rolls into the mirrored hallway and begins to circle in search of Mario. As it turns, it catches a glimpse of its own bizarre reflection in one of the mirrors. It stops. Slowly, the screens and light bulbs that pepper the sides of the hideous machine begin to flash, and a high-pitched whine fills the air. There's a bright flash. When the smoke clears, Mario is pleased to see that Glom has created an exact duplicate of itself.
It doesn't sound like the best.
This is a great plan. The two machines begin to examine each other, sniffing each other's TV screens and buttons. A moment later, there's another small explosion. This time, when the dust settles, there are 4 duplicating machines.
I feel like this just makes it worse.
Mario crouches behind one of the double doors and watches as the number of Gloms goes from 128 to 256 to 512. The machines have long since crowded out of the hallway. Now they fill the lab from wall to wall.
Stop! Wait! You're ruining everything!
Iggy shrieks as the 4,000th Glom is coughed into existence. When there are about 10,000 of them, some of the machines begin to explode.
That's the real danger of overpopulation. Spontaneous combustion.
Time to make like a headache and start splitting,
says Mario, picking his way.
There were so many better analogies that could have worked for that.
Picking his way through channels of broken mirror frames. By the time he reaches the stairs, huge clusters of duplicating machines are starting to self-destruct. He races down the hallway and dives out the first open window he finds. He rolls to the bottom of the hill as Fort Koopa crumbles in an explosion of smoke, lightning, and strange machine parts. Later, when the dust begins to settle, Mario thinks he sees 3 large rounded shapes scurry from the wreckage and slither away, but he can't be certain. Turn to page 69.
Guys.
Oh my god.
Oh no, is this it?
Oh my god.
Is this it?
Mario wanders through the wreckage of the once mighty fortress, picking up great piles of coins scattered among the ruins.
Terrific.
He says.
Now I can buy the princess that stainless steel surfboard she's been asking for.
No. No.
Did that even work?
No.
When there are no more coins to be found, Mario brushes the dust from his overalls and bounces off to the palace. As he travels through the Mushroom Kingdom, he can tell that there are already fewer doubles than there were a few hours ago. A light breeze is blowing, and a great many piles of sand are scattered about the countryside.
Wow,
that's depressing.
Yeah, like that's nightmarish. Like, these were people.
Finally, Mario reaches the palace. He makes his way up the stairs and is about to enter through the royal double doors when he notices the time on his waterproof plumber's wristwatch.
Oh, it all comes full circle. We had the wristwatch in the very beginning.
Did we?
Yeah, when he went to the supply closet.
What? I've been out of bed for 15 minutes.
He asks in disbelief. Time for a no, sorry.
Yeah.
Then he realizes that he's been awake for more than 24 hours.
I'll tell the princess all about my adventure tomorrow,
he says. He stumbles away from the palace to the kingdom's entrance, climbs the central pipe, and drags himself home. Finally, he collapses into his favorite armchair for a 3-day nap. Mario collects 200 coins. You win! The kingdom has been saved! Game over.
Woo! We did it!
Yay!
Yay!
233 coins means we got the third rank of 5.
I'll take it.
Okay, so the last page, right? The drip by drip scorecard has, like we were talking about, that list of pictures, the mushroom and the hammer and the anchor and the magnifying glass that you can circle. But then there's this lovely little graphic of Mario and Luigi throwing off their hats, doing a little vaudeville, like tap dancing kind of number on top of a faucet. They're on the turn handles there. And there's a little cylinder below it with markings of how many coins you've collected. And the description says, now, to use this chart to find out how good a plumber you are, count up the total number of coins that Mario collected during his adventure. Score 10 points for each coin. Then look up your rating on the chart. Did Mario rescue Luigi? No. Did he help fight Luigi's double? No. Did he get past the fire snakes and the chain chomp? Eventually. Read the book again until you get the best possible score.
Wow, you can fight with Luigi's double.
Why didn't we do that?
Wait, what was that about 10 points for each coin?
Yeah, 10 points for each coin. So from
so
the
do
bottom
we get
up,
2,330 points?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they looked
I don't think
at
that one
properly.
counts.
So 201 to 225 is a power plumber. 226 to 250 is a heroic plumber in training. 251 to 299 is a definite Super Mario Bros. Material. And 300 or more, Hyperatronic Koopa Stompin' Super Plumber.
What?
That would be us.
Boy, that was long.
That was very long.
So, I would like to thank everyone here for joining me on this wonderful adventure through Nintendo Adventure Books featuring the Super Mario Brothers Double Trouble Pringles Special Edition. You guys are awesome for putting up with this entire thing. Thank you.
This is exactly as long as I expected it to be.
So I guess that's it. Thanks everyone for listening as well.
Yeah, thank you everybody. Be sure to check out our actual internet website, GameCola.net, gaming outside the mainstream for all of your outside the mainstream gaming needs. We do vaguely sort of like video games sometimes, so it's an interesting read.
Bark.
If that's not advertisement, I don't know what is.
If you want to watch videos that we've made, we're also on YouTube, gc.net, the letter G, the letter C, the word dot, the word net. Just look us up. We're also on Facebook, where we have cool discussion topics every day. Also, you get to keep up with our latest posts. Just search for GameCola. Same thing on Twitter. We're at GameCola, where we tweet our latest posts. So, yeah, check us out.
Don't we have a Tumblr?
Yeah, we also have that. You can follow us, gamecola.tumblr.com. See the latest updates. They're posted there every night.
And iTunes?
Well, if you liked what you heard, you can look us up on iTunes and rate us highly. And if you didn't like this, I don't know why you would have listened to, I'm guessing, 2 separate instances of an hour-long podcast. But in that case, just don't bother. Like, why, bother putting yourself through looking us up on iTunes? 'Cause we're not even there. So,
what's on iTunes anyhow?
Yeah.
Are we on Winamp?
Yes, Winamp 2.5.
Excellent. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Prepare
Are we back?
Hello?
Go with option.
Hello.
Option.
Bark, bark.
Option.
I
Moo.